Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Alan Aitken, and on this show each week we take a look at some upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to isolate an aspect of the race that might be a path to finding the winner. Well, we reached the final stages of the Hong Kong season and the final group races of the Hong Kong season this Sunday with the Group 3 Premier Cup and Premier Plate. And they're the races that I'm going to take a look at on this show. First of all, race 8, where our winning factor is the second chance. So this is the Group 3 Premier Cup, often a launching pad for horses on the way up, but also a race where the results have been skewed over the years, dominated by lighter weighted horses. Despite that, I think the established Group 1 horse, California Spangle, will still be a threat with the top weight. But so will almost everyone else. Only really Telecom Fighters looks overmatched in the race. So an open event, but I'm focusing on two horses in particular, Flying Ace and Packing Treadmill. We've certainly seen them meet quite a few times over the season at 1200 metres. This is 1400 metres though. But first of all, we're going to take a look at some of the other runners here when they clashed over 1400 metres a few weeks ago. This is race 677. In gate 2 we've got Packing Treadmill, blue and white colours, and he's away quickly to the lead where he has stablemate Wonder Kit on his outside. Healthy Happy in the light blue pink cap out wider is restrained behind the front two. Taj Dragon, the other one in light blue, gate 3, ridden along, a little outpaced to keep his place in midfield. But this race shape, as you can see on the heat map, is a good one for the horses running on. The two leaders take each other on quite a long way out from the 800 metres, but in the end they can't sustain the finish. The final 400 metres here is very slow, and there's Taj Dragon getting home to win it, and he's the best of the finishers who fight the race out. So I thought there were some excuses there for the lead horses. Also, the track was quite chopped up by that stage, and Packing Treadmill also had some internal vet issues that emerged after the race. So I'm calling that a complete forgive for him, even though he was only beaten a length and a half. Now the other key form race for this is a Group 3 over 1200 metres recently, won by Ka Ying Rising, and we saw a few of these runners in that one as well. This is race 720, gate 3, Flying Aces in yellow colours, and in green colours from gate 4, Mugen. He's a touch slow to begin, and both of these horses take their usual spots towards the rear of the field. Now, the lead is visually quite busy as Victor the Winner works to the front, but the heat map shows only an average tempo before the leaders quicken up in the straight. That doesn't help either Flying Ace or Mugen further back in the field, but they finish well, each breaking 22 seconds, and Mugen doesn't get a totally clear trip down the straight either. Now, good merit to both of those runs. Mugen has previously won at 1400 metres. Flying Ace hasn't, but he's only had one attempt at it before, and that was about a year ago when the pace was terribly slow and he over-raced and therefore failed to finish his race off. But I don't think the pace is going to be against him on Sunday. Now, despite the small field, this race looks to have a few who might want the lead. California Spangle, Healthy Happy in particular, but also Packing Treadmill and Telecom Fighters with light handicaps. Now, I don't think we're going to see them all go to war, but it looks a recipe for a worthwhile speed. Now, in that Taj Dragon replay race that we saw Healthy Happy restrained, and I made note of that. Now, that was out of his pattern. Tucked in behind the leaders rather than challenging for the lead by Alexi Bedell. But he did have 135 pounds to carry there and now drops to a likely 119. So I think his rider this time, Derek Lung, will be more assertive early, and I think that's going to make a contribution to the pace. All in all, the tempo looks sound, so these run-on horses should get their chance. So the tip from me in race 8, Flying Ace. His winning factor, the second chance. Yes, he did fail when he was tried the only other time in his life at 1400 metres. But I think him handling the distance here is going to be the key to whether he wins the race or not. He did pull very hard in that race a year ago with the slow pace. I don't think he'll do that on Sunday. And I think he's been knocking on the door to win a race like this. And his style all season has suggested that he should get 1400 metres. The other race that we're looking at is the other Group 3. This is race 9 and our winning factor here, the draw. So the Group 3 1800 metre Premier Plate is, like the other feature, an open event. You can make a case for quite a few in the field, but I think most punters will be looking at Beauty Joy, Galaxy Patch and Happy Together at the top of the weights. Tony Cruz's stayers, 5G Patch and La City Blanche, have a chance in the race, but they do need to bring their good form back from 2400 metres to 1800 metres, while Chan Cheng Glory is a very genuine horse with a light handicap. Now, Galaxy Patch is a very exciting horse, especially looking forward to next season. And he's been top class in his performances all campaign, from 1200 metres up to 2000 metres in the Derby. And I'm sure that a lot of punters are going to land on him as the horse to beat here, coming off a spectacular win over 1600 metres last start, where he relegated Chan Cheng Glory and Beauty Joy to the minor placings. This is race 719 and gate 1 here is Galaxy Patch in blue and yellow, Chan Cheng Glory, gate 3, all pink, and Beauty Joy is in the black and pink from gate 7. Now, as usual, not a lot of speed early from Galaxy Patch, and Beauty Joy from the outside drops back to a conspicuous last, while Chan Cheng Glory is part of a lead tempo. That is really the big takeaway from this race. There is nothing at all in this race shape to help run-ons. A slow or very slow speed to the top of the stretch, then a sprint down the final 400 metres. And Galaxy Patch, he wasn't that far away early, but was fighting Vincent Ho and has to drift back. And the advantages are all with Chan Cheng Glory, who shoots clear at the 300 metres, leaving those behind a lot to do, but Galaxy Patch manages to unwind a very big finishing sectional to arrive right on the line. Now, the margin wasn't flashy, but there are no doubts about who gets all the points as the best performance in that race. Galaxy Patch, with everything against him, managed to get up on the line. The problem for him in Sunday's race is that he's going to have to do it again, and maybe even a little bit more. So the map for Sunday shows that he's going from gate 1 out to gate 10. Now, once again, I don't see a lot of speed in this. Chan Cheng Glory is going to be up the front with all for St Paul's, and the chemistry between them and the pace they produce will be critical to the chances of run-on horses, but they'd have to get things pretty wrong for the speed to be anything but quite sedate. For Galaxy Patch though, gate 1 last time meant he landed relatively close without having to be used up. Now he has a much wider draw that will force Vincent Ho to drop him back further in the early stages. That's a scenario that Vincent went through many times with Golden 60, but it certainly doesn't make the job any easier. He's going to have to come around the field this time to give chase to Chan Cheng Glory or Happy Together, or anyone else making a run for the post early in the straight. Now, he's good enough to do that and win, but I think there's a pretty decent gamble here playing against him. So the tip in race 9 from me is Chan Cheng Glory. His winning factor is the map. Now, next season we're going to see Galaxy Patch as one of our very best horses here in Hong Kong. I don't think that the horizon is quite as high for Chan Cheng Glory, but this is a great opportunity for him here. 1800 metres, probably as far as he wants to go, but it doesn't look a great test of stamina, and he'll be shooting clear again with an opportunity to pick up a Group 3. Well, that's it from the winning factor this week. Enjoy the final group races of the season on Sunday. We'll see you next time.